Welcome everyone to this video on Kirchhoff's laws. So basically there are two laws that Kirchhoff gave for solving problems on complex circuits. So let's go into the video. So Kirchhoff's law is basically divided into two parts. One is Kirchhoff's current law and the other one is Kirchhoff's voltage law. So if you go with the current law, it is summation I is equal to 0 and the voltage law is summation V is equal to 0. So let's start with Kirchhoff's current law or KCL. So the definition of Kirchhoff's current law is like this. The algebraic sum of all the currents entering and exiting a node must be equal to 0. So if I take a diagram which contains 6 currents and I am using a sign convention, you have to use a sign convention every time you use KCL or KVL. So you have to consider, or you can say you have to choose one direction of the current to be positive and the other direction to be negative. So consider one direction as positive, the opposite direction to be negative. So I say I can take a current entering a node as positive, then I have to take a current leaving a node will be negative, or else I can take the current entering a node is negative and a current which is leaving the node will be positive. So you can take either this one or this one as your sign convention, but you have to stick with only one sign convention for one set of problems. So let's see what I am doing in this circuit. So I am considering the same diagram and I will be showing that how this Kirchhoff's law is being applied to this node. I can say Kirchhoff's law is summation I is equal to 0. So the current I1 which is entering the node, if I take this as positive, then I have to take all the currents which are entering the node as positive. So the current I1 is positive, that means the current I2 which is also entering the node will be positive. The current I3 which is exiting the node or leaving the node will be negative. Similarly, it is for I4 and I5 as they both are leaving the node. Again, the current I6 which is entering the node will be positive. So, according to the formula, I1 plus I2 minus I3 minus I4 minus I5 plus I6 is equal to 0. So, let for example, I have 5 known currents and 1 unknown current. 5 known and 1 unknown. So, using Kirchhoff's current law, I can find the unknown quantity. So, say I1 is equal to 5 ampere, I2 is equal to 6 ampere, I3 is equal to 7 ampere, I4 is equal to 2 ampere, I don't know what is I5, and I6 is equal to 10 amperes. So let's consider I5 as X. So let's put it in the Kirchhoff's current law equation. It will be plus 5 plus 6 minus 7 minus 2 minus X plus 10 is equal to 0. I just put all these values in the above equation. So it will be 5 plus 6 is 11, 11 plus 10 is 21. So total 21 plus, and this is minus 9 minus x is equal to 0. So I can say x is equal to 21 minus 9, that is equal to 12 amperes. So as I found that this 12 is positive, that means the current will be outgoing. But if this 12 would have been negative, then the current would have been incoming. The direction would have been the different. So I hope the concept is clear now. So I am giving one exercise and let me know the answer of this exercise in the comment box below, and the best answer will get a nice reply from me. So this is the first exercise. I am giving you 5 currents and you have to tell me what will be the sixth unknown value of the current. So I1 is equal to 10 ampere, I2 is equal to 6 ampere, I3 is equal to 2 amperes, I4 is equal to 7 amperes. Again I am leaving I5, which is the unknown quantity, and I6 is equal to 2 amperes. So give me in the comment box below what will be the value of I5. Okay. So I hope after this you will be clear about KCL. So now we are going to discuss Kirchhoff's voltage law. So the Kirchhoff's voltage law is stated as the algebraic sum of voltage produced and the voltage dropped in a closed loop or a closed path of an electric circuit are always equal. That means the amount you produce, the same amount will be used by the other elements. So I am using one diagram to show this, where you can see V1, V2, V3 are all the voltage drops, whereas the source is denoted by V4. So as we know, summation V is equal to 0, I can write V1 plus V2 plus V3, all the drops will be equal to the voltage which is produced by V4. So let's start the sign convention for Kirchhoff's voltage law. So I am using the same circuit, but you can see I have used a predefined loop in the circuit. So the step 1 is you have to use one predefined loop in the circuit, as I have used here. This is the loop which I am using previously before the circuit analysis. So now step 2 will be, when you go through any of the elements. So first of all I am going through V4. So in V4 case, the direction of the loop is from negative end to the positive end. So if you will see in the case of energy, negative energy to positive energy, so you are gaining energy here. That is, you had negative, you don't have, that is, you don't have anything that is in negative, and if you go on adding to it, you will have, or you will end up at positive. So you are gaining energy. So if you are gaining energy, then I will take gain as positive. Now the second case, V1. In case of V1, you are ending up in losing energy, that is, you are traveling from positive to negative, so you are in loss. So I will take this as negative. So if a loop direction is from positive to negative, then you have to consider as loss, and sign will be negative, and the opposite, that is positive for gain. So the detailed explanation will be like this: as V4 is a energy source, it will be positive if I go from negative end of the battery to positive end of the battery. So it will be like this. If the battery is like this and you are going to have a loop like this, then it will be positive. So if you have a battery and you are moving from positive end to negative end, then this will be negative and this one will be positive. So you can differentiate how a voltage source is divided as positive or negative. Next, you will be taking with V1, V2 and V3. All these are resistors. So resistors are generally drops. So you have to consider all of these drops as negative. So it will be always be traveling from positive to negative. That is the point the current is entering, you have to sign it as positive, and the point the current is leaving, that will be negative. So after this discussion I am going to have a problem now. So if V4 is 10 volts and I don't know what is the current flowing in the circuit, and the resistances R1 which is having the voltage V1 is 2 ohm, resistance R2 is 3 ohm and resistance R3 is 5 ohms, then how can I use this to have a current in the. So let's solve this problem. So as you know, 10 volts, and I assume that a current I is flowing in the circuit and the direction is like this. So the resistance R1 is 2 ohm, R2 is 3 ohms and R3 is 5 ohms. I have to find the current in it using KVL. So now if I apply the KVL here, then V4 is equal to 10 volts. That means as it is moving from negative to positive, I will write it as plus 10. Next I have a resistor which is here, that is R1, that is equal to 2 ohms. So the current is having going from positive to negative and it is also a drop. So it will be minus I into R, that is 2 ohms. Then the resistance R2 which is 3 ohms, that is also I into 3. Then the third resistor is minus I into 5. It is also going from positive to negative. So all these will be equal to 0. So 10 minus 2, 3, 5. They sum up to minus 10I, that is equal to 0. So 10I is equal to 10. So I is equal to 10 by 10, that is equal to 1 ampere. So the amount of current which is flowing in this loop is 1 amperes. So likewise we can use Kirchhoff's voltage law for solving complex problems which have multiple loops in it. So I hope this video is helping you in solving complex problems in KCL and KVL. So I will have another part of KVL and another part of KCL which will be basically dealing with only problems. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe and comment on this channel, and also try to give the answer of the question that I have asked in this video, and I will give you a good giveaway for the right answer, and the most likes on the right answer will get the giveaway amount. Thank you.